Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. This one goes underneath to Walker. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Lions at 8-2 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
First carry here for Ken Walker. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. They find some open field here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great when going back essentially through the full century of the NFL. I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down and 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. With it is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 21 yards, well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk. Why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have the Lions first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down.
Here's Fields. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs. I mean, you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
To try again after the sack. Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this point with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. To throw is Smith. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Cooper will come in motion right. Throwing on third down, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Flushed out right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Tosses the out route here to Gallup.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Geno on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
This one complete to Ingram. Touchdown! Mark Ingram, 36 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Smith.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 10, Smith again. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield, Smith. Incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Smith on 3rd down.
Got a man, it's London. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the red zone now, Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Joey Bosa buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Here's Smith. This is caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and goal from the 1. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Geno Smith scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Bills are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Folk out there now to kick this one off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. They'll send the tight end in motion. On second down, it's Walker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10.
To throw is Fields. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's second and 6. Inside give to Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. The slot man in motion right. Geno now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. That's taken in by Knox. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Smith's throw here taken in by Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his head. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got Elliott, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. Smith now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This secondary is a unit. They worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Smith. London holds this one in, and he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Escaping the pressure right.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. That one looks like he'll throw here. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual, because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football, because this won't happen very often.
So for Detroit, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.